Debbie, the pet lady, can we dress up Phil Elmore as a diabetic Gandalf and have him issue an official judgment of Stuttering John's fate? Let me ask him. Phil, would you be up for that?
Thou shalt not strike.
You're muted, buddy, on your end, Phil. Phil Elmore.
Perfect. Sorry about that. I was asked over the weekend if I had a Gandalf staff, and it was not as random a question as I'd like to admit. I don't, but I mean, it's reasonable to ask if I might.
I think it was a sexual question, Phil.
I know. I thought someone was talking dirty to him in some nerd chat room. But hey, welcome, Phil Elmore. Karl, I mean, Phil getting a lot of heat right now in the Dabbleverse. We've talked to Phil. We've worked with Phil. We've watched his content. What do you think? What do you think is the basic? Because even before the whole email to the club thing, people were giving him shit. So what do you think that's about, in your opinion?
You mean Phil specifically?
Yeah.
It's funny because I went on Carlos Danger's show, Insufferable Bastards, and OJ's on there. I'm not just John. And he was giving me shit for having Phil on the round table, the Point Dabble Point, 2 weeks in a row. And OJ goes, why wouldn't you ask me on there? I've been talking about John since before anyone was talking about John. I should be on there. And I go, well, you're kind of like behind the scenes and, behind a filter. Like Phil puts himself out there. He does an hour and a half long episode talking about Stuttering John. I feel like Phil's got his shit together. He does a very good job. He's articulate about it. People seem to enjoy his take. I enjoy his take. I personally think that there's a lot of people who've tried to be part of the Dabbleverse, Joey C. And Phil just is better at it than most people. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of people who just try to insert themselves into this world, and they're like, I also talk about Stuttering John. You're like, oh, go fuck yourself. Who cares? But Phil has done it in an articulate way that's interesting and funny and interesting.
Right. Yeah,
and it's happening fast. Twist. That's the problem.
It was always my dream to have among my list of enemies a floating citrus fruit. Unlocked.
OJ does not like you, sir.
But no, but Bob's right. It happened quick. It was a quick rise for Phil overnight. I think Phil does a great job at what he does. And that's not to say, look, I like that people go, well, he's a grifter. He's just trying to make money off. No, this isn't the Peace Corps. Nobody here is doing this pro bono. Everybody's goal is to make money.
Mike should. And one day I'll pay him nothing and I'll be so happy about it. But until that day.
Why am I below Mike right now?
That's a great point.
Come on, producer Joe.
Put Bob down. Bob, you lost the bet. You got to go down.
That's better.
Oh, Monday. All right.
We'll talk about
real quick before we get Phil's thoughts on this. Rio's gifting 10. Come on, guys.
My dick. I swallow cum.
Thank me.
You dumb fuck.
Thank you, Reels. Dr. Steve texted me. All hands on deck. Shout out to the 1,200 people watching. Hit the like button if you don't mind. Gavin House, $5, says the smug, obnoxious gatekeeper of what makes good content. Your bit is getting old, Karl, and you've nothing else.
Wow. That's not even proper English. What do you mean I have nothing else? I literally do a show that's almost nothing to do with Stuttering John every week.
Nothing but your 50 other podcasts about 50 other categories of things.
I have nothing else. And that's the thing that Kevin Brennan likes to say, too. He goes, Karl, all Karl does is talk about Stuttering John. My YouTube is secondary to my show. I do a podcast. It's an audio-only podcast. Go to my YouTube channel and see what I'm talking about on YouTube.
You know why his English was bad? He's from another country.
Oh, that way. Oh, okay. So Bob's right. So his English wasn't English even, is what you're saying.
That's what I'm kind of saying.
I like that Karl kind of turned into John. He goes, it's your, not your. He's I'm leaving is the very last play he has. He's bluffing. This is break glass in case of emergency move. Call his bluff. That's Rick from New York. Oh, man. That's
not real, right? That's
it's wrong to make AI do that.
Yeah.
How did you get Vinny Polino to pose for that and put John's head on it?
Stuttering John, this is mean Lee Harvey Oswald. Stuttering John cuts no slack to no one. Why give him a break?
Boom!
Yeah, I get this a lot.
I think you mean no slack to anyone, sir, because you have committed a double negative.
Double negative. Bob Cooking Now video is being recorded and edited tonight. Okay.
Okay.
We'll be ready.
I have one for tomorrow, but it's not the one that I did that you have to do. But I'll do that one the day after.
Oh, I have an omelet challenge to you too, Bob, because I made an omelet this weekend for my gal, and mine's much better.
Hey, you gals want to pipe down for a second so we can read the thing? Who can forget this? Remember, you're also affecting other shows in the whole Dabbleverse universe. Stay classy, take the W, and don't strike.
I just don't believe in strikes. I don't believe in them.
Bob, you're right about that. We should not strike anyone.
Yeah, and we never have hit anybody with a strike. John, on the other hand, he's the winner of most strikes from any one person to the Shuli Network. So congratulations for that, John. Bob's Fake Pool said, just strike him, F him. John is already eating rotten vegetables. The poor guy is too delusional to ever admit defeat. I'm with you. I know
if he watched Bob's Kitchen, he would know that vegetables don't stay forever.
Yeah, that's true.
He asked Joey C on his show if vegetables go bad.
Yeah.
Joey C, to his credit, goes, oh, yeah, John.
Have you seen Cardiff lately? That piece of shit.
I know meat goes bad. I won't talk to that fucking baloney anymore. I'll tell you that.
He's with baloney?
A video of Phil Elmore doing martial arts is the Star Wars lightsaber kid. Hilarious.
I can take that kid.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. That is they call it martial arts for a reason. That's art. Thank you.
Hey, Polar Bear, 2 wrongs don't make 1 right, you morons.
Or we could read what's up on the screen.
Yeah,
no, he's right, because that came up and that makes a lot of sense. You don't do that.
You don't what?
We don't strike.
We don't strike, but we're going up against a guy who's done nothing but strike us.
Yeah.
And let me remind you, when we were hit with a thing from YouTube, a false strike, we were gone for a week, and this prick showed up in party hats, blowing party favors.
You know what? Strike the son of a bitch.
Would John show such compassion to you?
No, he wouldn't.
Of course not. My vote is for whatever needs to happen with John to give me more reason to laugh. He'll be okay. Mary Jane Jarvis, thank you. This is so good. John is what we call a figget.
Okay.
Figget. Let's go. Oh, Brian K gifted 5. That's my dick to you and yours, Brian. Thank you. Here's $200. I vote. Let John live, Scalzo says. Scalzo's a good egg.
Do that 100 more times. We'll think about it.
Yeah. Allspear 44 became a member. Thank you, buddy. Our sources say Melendez has been hired to do trivia nights at a local pub. So
I wonder if that was really, that might have been what he was
You know what?
doing.
That could be what is happening. You're right
that's
about
very
that,
funny.
Mike, because that makes a lot of sense. Because you're looking at, I would say, 500 a night.
No.
Right?
No way.
No.
I'll
No.
fucking house that.
100.
No, it can't be.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, who do we know?
I remember
There's a
Gino used to
comedian.
get anywhere from 3 to 5, and that was fucking many years ago.
I don't know. You'd have to have a deal.
It's
Oh,
a whole night. It's not. It's an evening.
Yeah.
It's not just a half hour.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're not paying anyone $500 to sit there and just ask questions.
A
for
celebrity? Come on, guys.
You
You
got a point. You got a
what
point.
the fuck?
J Dog gifting 5. Thank you, J Dog. John, eventually cancel TSN, sleep like a baby. I don't understand the hesitation. The verse was better without John. I can't wait for Vinnie Paulino's downfall and the lovely picture of Bob.
Yeah.
over there.
Oh, thank you.
As a
Oh,
youth.
look at me. Honey, I'll open this one, but next time make sure they're open when they come in. Thank you.
And a
Hey,
cunt.
I'm just saying.
Speaking of Vinnie Paulino, tune into the Creep Off tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern on the Creep Off YouTube channel.
Please.
I'll be having it out with them tomorrow.
Ooh, all right.
Robert, I could have swore I've heard at length that striking channels was an act of violence. Now I'm all kinds of confused. No, Carl has said not to strike.
Yeah.
Hold on. This pisses me off because people say that I say that striking a channel is an act of violence. What John did to me was beyond that. He tried to get my Patreon taken down because of a connection to our Discord server where people were using gamer words. Something I had nothing to do with. John was trying to get my livelihood taken away from me because people were using the N-word in our Discord server. And John's like, well, couldn't you have policed that? I'm like, yeah, I could have, but I don't do that.
Right.
That's not
The
my
important
job. I'm a
distinction.
podcast host.
The important distinction here is that when John tries to deplatform people, he lies to do it. Oh, they're making fun of disabled people. Oh, they're a bunch of racists. This shouldn't be allowed on YouTube. He lies. That's the big
Everybody's disabled a little bit. Look, you got
I'm
me,
club
right?
fucking footed, you moron.
I was talking more about that fucking haircut you got, but everybody here is disabled a bit.
Yeah. Thanks for watching that video. Hope you liked it. If you did, here's a few more you can check out. Or if you want to do a deep dive, patreon.com/the Shuli Network. Everything we do is live. So if you're signed up to Patreon, you'll get to be a part of it with us. All right. We'll see you guys. Thanks. Bye.